Alright, so hello guys and welcome, and today we are going to be playing some Selesnya Bogles. I do assume most of you know a lot about this deck, but I'm still going to explain for those who don't. So basically you are looking to deploy a creature with hexproof very early on. This can be the Slippery Bogle, the Gladecover Scout, or the Silhana Ledgewalker, and then you are going to enchant it with some different auras. The most important auras here are the auras that are payoffs, which is an Ethereal Armor, or an Ancestral Mask, which basically make the creature really big. The mana base is very interesting because we play a lot of forests. The reason for that is not only most of our cards are green, but also we need the Utopia Sprawl to work. So the Utopia Sprawl is not only ramp, but it's also a fixing. What's also a fixing in this deck is the Abundant Growth, and since those are enchantments, it works amazingly with the armor and with the Ancestral Mask. We are playing some token makers to get around some sacrifice. This is the Cartouche of Solidarity, and the Rumble makes a token as well, so that works really amazingly. And the mana base is 11 forests, 2 Ash Barrens and 3 plains. It should be enough, it's pretty consistent. What I really want to talk about here is the sideboard though, so this is where the opinions of different people may divide, so I'm really curious to hear yours. I'm really big on Mask of Law and Grace, especially in this metagame. It's amazing against Giant Wildfire, it's amazing against Affinity because they play the Shaman, and it's really good against the red board clears as well, like End the Festivities or Tectonic Hazard or even Breath Weapon, right? Standard Bearer I wouldn't normally play, it's great in the mirror and it's amazing against High Tide, and we do need something against High Tide, so I'm for that as well. The Young Wolf, it's some more protection against sacrifices. It's great against a Cursed Marauder because that sacrifices a non-token creature, so the Cartouche or the Rumble doesn't really work with that. And we have the Unbridled Growth, which is basically a worse version of the Abundant Growth, and I want that in the main deck if we decide to add the Envelope. The Envelope is weird, not many people play it, but I have decided to add it because of cards like Extract the Confession, which is a sorcery, and it's what I like to call a Smart Edict. Smart Edict because it makes us sacrifice a creature with the highest power. So if we have one Ledgewalker and we try to protect it with the Young Wolf, we still have to sacrifice the Ledgewalker, which is enchanted and is really big, and it's basically our only way to win, right? So the Envelope should protect against that. I'm also trying to Mutagenic Growth. This is great mostly against red decks, where they are relying on killing the Bogle before we can develop the aura, so I think Mutagenic Growth, although pretty weird, could work really amazingly. And last but not least, Flaring Pain, great against the Turbo Fog decks or something like White Weenie, which plays the Prismatic Strands. So let me know what you think about the deck and most importantly the sideboard, and I will see you in the games. Dunes is the first victim of Bogles here. We go first. I mean, this hand is pretty bad. It has 4 lands and no creature. I mean, if we hit a creature with the Abundant Growth is great, but if we don't, it's pretty over, so let's mulligan. This is fine. It's a little slow, but it's turn 2 Bogle. I think we can deal with this, right? We keep. And I like the Cloak. I don't hate the 3 lands. I think one of those creatures should go. I think maybe the Ledgewalker. That's pretty good. So I think we will just play a Plains. And we can cycle a Forest. Right? We can land cycle the Ash Barrens end of their turn. Volatile Fjord, probably just Sky Ephemerate. Okay. This one is looking at me pretty ugly with the way it's faded, so we will use this one to land cycle for a Forest. Okay, Dillo Cloak. So let's see, what do they have in the main board? They do have probably some enchantment hate. They do have counterspells, so we need to be careful about that as well. I think we will cycle for another Forest here, to be fair. We'll just play Bogle. And we could also just play the Ash Barrens, but I don't think there's a reason for it, right? So we will uncycle it. And get probably a Forest. Ooh, never mind, this is Grixis. Okay, Brainstorm. Well, that means they could have some sacrifice effects, right? Which makes me really tempted to go for the Rumble. Let's cycle the Barrens, find probably a Forest. Okay, Ledgewalker, that's good. I think we will just try and Cloak. Next turn we could do Rumble or Cloak again. I don't know what I'm supposed to think because this is of course highly unusual, right? So let's attack for 3. You gain 3. So probably Grixis like some control deck, I would think. Okay, this is great, but I think it means they can have a counterspell. So I think I will go for a Rumble first if they want to counter it. Okay, Armadillo Cloak, Ethereal Armor. I think we'll take the Ethereal Armor here. But I bet they have a counterspell. I think there's no need to waste that. Yeah, I just think we will attack. This is the most obvious counterspell ever, of course. Let's always yield to the Cloak. So maybe it's wrong to assume a counterspell, but I think it's quite obvious. They cycle the DeLorean. Snow-covered island, sure. I mean, eventually they need to get rid of the Bogle, right? Now it's gonna be probably even harder. Utopia's Pearl is nice. So I think we will try to enchant the forest here. Let's see if they counterspell that. Let's do white. And... okay, I think I will go for it now. So let's go Ethereal Armor. They will counterspell that. Yep, that's fine. We expected that. And now we can use the other mana for other Ethereal Armor, which works. That's exactly what we wanted. We do suffer some mana loss, but that's fine. Minor inconvenience. We have a 6/6 now. And they could theoretically be dead next turn if we get with the Armadillo Cloak on the Bogle, but I think they are probably on a 2-turn clock here, because this will probably get countered, right? Okay, Sulphurous Mire, sure. Okay. Well, not many threats in our hand, so I think we'll just stick with this one Bogle and hit them. We could play the Ledgewalker, but I just think it will get counterspelled, so I don't feel like there's a point. We also have a way to restart. Fire Cannonade, that's fine. Okay, they need to do something now. Or a Murmuring Mystic, sure. So this does save them. We will probably try the Cloak in case they have a counterspell. It does appear they don't have a counterspell. It could be like a Spell Pierce, but I think we can pay for that, so that's fine. Sir Frantic Light, hello and welcome. Thank you for the content. I watch your videos now. You've upgraded your Pauper collection. That's amazing. And which decks do you play? That's actually lovely to hear. So yeah, theoretically they are not dead, but yeah, they are not dead. We find all 4 of the Armadillo Cloaks, which is definitely interesting. I mean, let's risk it. If they have the counterspell, they have it. If they don't, we win, probably, so... okay, they didn't have it, so that's 1-0. And the sideboard is what's interesting, right? So... I don't think the mask is all that great, to be honest. The growth could be pretty good. The unbridled growth could be good as well. Do we want to try the envelopes? It really depends what they sideboard, right? There will probably be some counterspells like annuls and so on and so forth. I think I will go for the unbridled growth over lifelink. I don't think lifelink is necessary at all. And then do we believe they sideboard in extract the confession? And I think we kinda do, maybe. Let's bring out the eyes and try the envelopes. I'm really curious how will this go. Oh, you like the white aggro deck. You're a man of culture, I see. And you got some Final Fantasy cards as well. Black Mage's Rod, yeah, definitely. That's probably the best Final Fantasy card for Pauper, right? By a mile. We need to mulligan this though, 0 lands. This works, right? Well, we need to find a creature, but we go second. I think we don't want to go to 5 though. Let's keep and risk it. What do we get rid of? I think it's the Cloak. We need to get lucky here. We got 2 hands and one had no lands and the other one had no creatures, but hopefully we can cantrip into a creature soon enough, right? Hey Kudira Mutodi, sorry. Did you play Saprolinks more than once? I've played them only once, and I would say most matchups are pretty difficult actually, but the deck can just be so explosive that it actually can... hey, that's the best draw ever. But I think we will go for the Utopia Sprawl probably. Right, that makes the most sense. I think they can actually be so explosive that they beat the people before they even open their eyes, if you know what I mean. Go for white. But other than that, I think since there are a lot of shamans in the metagame, right? Like affinities or giant wildfires, it's sometimes pretty difficult, for sure. Okay, well, okay. Let's try and play a Glade Cover Scout. Counterspell instantly, fair enough. Don't have anything else. Maybe should have chosen green, actually. Yeah, I definitely should have chosen green. That was a huge mistake. Because we have the abundant growth, so this would have for white anyway, right? So definitely should have chosen green. Well, let's try the Boggle. Okay, it's in, that's good. Let's go for ethereal armor on this guy. Second land would be great, but okay. I think they will go for the Aquifer maybe. No, Ice Tunnel, yeah. I feel like they want to get the sacrifice spell going, so we will stop them in their tracks if possible. Let's add 2 mana. I would love to also get a second land, but beggars can't be choosers, right? So they already have enough for Extract the Confession. So let's try the Glade Cover Scout first. Works. I almost want to split my forces, to be honest, because of the Extract the Confession. They did it so diligently that I feel like they have it in their hand. So maybe I should have attacked first. I think I will split my forces here. I think that's a good way to play around Extract the Confession. Well, let's see if we're right about that. I think, you know, what I think might have happened is I don't think we are able to see their hand, right? They might have had it in their hand, but we might have played around it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just didn't have an answer, right? So there was 2-0 against what looked like a Grixis control. Interesting deck for sure. Okay, so Ace of Swords MTG will be the next victim of Boggling. No creatures, but we do have Malevolent Rumble, so I think I'm okay with this. We go second. It's not the best, we'll keep. Hopefully we can find something with... Oh, we go first. That's great. So let's play this, and we will cycle the Ash Barrens for Plains, then play a Rumble, trying to find some Boggles in the process. Oh, it's a blue deck. Oh no. Cycle Barrens, Plains. Let's try to find the Rumble. Glade Cover Scout is here. I would love the other cards as well, but Scout is fine. Let's pick up a Scout here. Oh, it's a Faeries. Fair enough. It's Faeries. We actually have a good matchup against Faeries, but we kinda don't as well. You know what I mean? Well, never mind. They flip a Ninja. That's good for us because we can actually develop now. They don't have many ways to actually deal with this, so I'm really glad. Land is great as well. So let's start doing things while we can. I think we might go for the Ancestral Mask. We could also go for Cartouche plus Rancor. But I think Ancestral Mask is probably the best bet here to actually set it up, because this will be really hard to resolve in a deck like theirs, right? Could have gone for the Cartouche so they can't attack, but I think resolving the Mask is pretty important. Not gonna lie. Yeah, they do nothing, that's fair. So we care the least about the Rancor, I feel like, so let's try and do that. They obviously want to counter probably, but aren't sure. They go for it. They do have a counter, it's obvious. We could Rumble, we could Lifelink, we could try and Cartouche. I think I'll go for a sneaky Lifelink here if they want to counter that. They probably will. Lifelink can be really annoying. Yep. Didn't want to waste it on the Rancor, makes a lot of sense. But now we have a Trampler. Shouldn't have done that, I think. I kind of I thought it had more health, I don't know why I didn't do it, but I think we are not... This is not the end of the world, by the way. At all. I don't think it was even a bad play. I think we can just re-equip the token or something. Yep. They will go in now because they feel like they have the option to do so when we have nothing on the board. We will try to Rumble into something here most... Okay, that's great as well. Let's go Cartouche. This is first strike, which is great. They are still on 2 lands. Yeah. Okay, a land is great, so we will try and play the land. Try to Rancor up the Ledgewalker. Will you counterspell? I think they have a counterspell for sure. Then let's try and Cartouche. If they want to counterspell that, they do. So we will Rumble, trying to find some big payoff. Let's attack with everything. Now with this first strike, it has Trample. We are happy about it. Rumble. Cloak Cloak, if we find Cloak, it's game over, right? So let's pick up a Cloak. Miscreant, sure. 3 Miscreants in their top 16, wow. No problem. If they want to race us, they want to race us. We don't really care all that much, so... Ranker, that's good. So... The Dilo Cloak is sweet. They will have a counterspell for sure, but they know about the Cloak, so there's no point in hiding it. Let's just cast it. They will counterspell. Makes sense. We will Ranker. Hit them for 7. Yep, they need to block because then they are in the Ledgewalker range. A triple attack, they will probably flip some ninjas here and there. We don't care that much, to be honest. Probably have a counterspell, I would imagine, but... Okay, land. You could use the token to block, which I think is what we'll kind of do. They go to 1. Let's play land. We will block the ninja with the spawn, so they don't get more cards. Exactly what we want to do. Flip 1 fairy, sure. I'm not sure what are they trying to find, because this is still 6 damage, right? Okay, that blocks 3 of it. That's first game. Let's see what can we do in the second one. So the second one will be much harder. And the reason for that is, well, they will bring all their annuls and everything, so that will be even more difficult. The envelope doesn't do all that much. Mutagenic growth is good though. I mean, it's decent. I don't even think we want to sideboard anything, to be honest. I think we'll just go like this. I'm expecting to lose the second game, but we can go back on third. Yeah, so no questions about this hand, it's bad. Let's mulligan. Yeah, if this was a forest, it's okay, but I won't go to 5. This one is pretty good. I think we can keep this. I think that we either need this or this. I don't think we want more lands. Double Cloak. Cloak is good. So we will put land back and Cloak or Rumble. It's probably 1 Cloak. This is like the bare minimum we need to actually play the game, right? Snare Master Sprite, sure. So we can get the Utopia Sprawl through, which is huge. Okay, that's... I'm a fan. Let's go and say white, so that we can cast the Armadillo Cloak down the line. Do they want to flip a ninja? Maybe they have a bad hand too. It seems like they need to do it to find a land, it seems, which is kinda crazy, but... Did they keep a 1-lander? Nope, found a second land. Nope, never mind. Okay. So the best way to play this is if we draw a 1 mana aura. That would be incredible. Mask, sure. So we need to get the Silhana Ledgewalker through. Then sadly we can't do much else. Okay, Faeries here. They are playing a little bit reckless, I feel like. Okay. They have 3 Faeries, so this could be Sprite as well. Pretty sad. I mean, this is probably Sprite, right? I mean, let's try Rumble. Works. Cloak is great. Let's try to Ranker it up. Sprite. Okay, that's fine, because if we play the other thing, they would Sprite that card instead. So I think we played it well. No attacks. But yeah, we are falling behind as we, you know, are expected to in a second game against Faeries. Because definitely not an easy matchup by itself, and now... Okay, full swing, what the hell? Ninja? Abundant growth is good. Let's use that. Sentinel Eyes. Do we go for a big one? I think we go for a big one. Need to. Let's try to stabilize with Cloak. Yeah, let's go to game 3. This was expected. We can't do much. Game 2. Anything else we need here? Growth. Pretty decent. I mean, could be good. I don't like Unbridled Growth without the envelope, so let's just go. Let's hope we are faster than them this time. We win. Good hand, good hand. Let's keep. So I think we start with a Boggle, probably, right? So let's start with that. Go for Fairy. We have, well, we can do basically anything now, which is nice. Ancestral Mask. Let's play the Abundant Growth first. Cartouche is awesome, exactly what we wanted. Hit them for 2. There was a line with Malevolent Rumble so that we can play the Mask next turn, but I don't think it's that important. They are holding a counterspell, so... I mean, is it counterspell or is it Spellstarter Sprite? Because we could try this, but if they counterspell it, we are in trouble. The question is, isn't this the best window to try it, right? I think it probably is. Well, let's try it. If it doesn't work with Spellstutter Sprite, it works only with actual counterspell. Of course they had it. Alright then. Pretty sad, but that's fine. The attack. Do nothing, fire. Okay, let's try Malevolent Rumble first. Deal a cloak, please. And green into Rancor. That will counterspell that, I'm sure. Oh, it worked. Well, that's incredible. Okay. Let's attack for 5. They also need to hold up some counter magic with Armadillo Cloak. Yeah. It seems like... Sure. That's a good block on the soldier. Okay, another one. Sure. Wait, I think they literally could have killed the Bogle. What are they doing? Right? Am I crazy? 0-2 with first strike. They killed the Bogle. Why didn't you kill the Bogle? Sure. Oh, okay, full swing. Okay, flip that. Yeah, have a good one as well. And good luck in your games. That's for sure. I don't know, weird lines. Okay, so they have mana only for one counterspell here. Forest is good. So first, let's Rancor it up. And let's try to Armadillo Cloak. They probably have something like a Null or something. It's fine. Yep. This 6-power creature should be mostly enough. So we'll see though. I don't want them to draw the card from the ninja, I feel like. Snap back the ninja. Okay, and then play it. Okay, that's interesting. Because if we draw a... Oh, they untap 2. Okay, so they could have a counterspell here. They didn't sideboard out snaps. That's kinda... Faeries here. End step. Ethereal armor, I mean... Let's try to play a Glade Cover Scout. Let's try the armor. Probably doesn't work right, but... I mean, they have they have all... Let's be real here. They have all the answers in their hand. They could, so... You know... We winning this is actually a pretty big achievement. They have everything. They have a null, counterspell, you know, everything. So... Good job to us, let's be honest. Harrier Strix. Tap the spawn token, right. Okay, Moon Circuit Hacker. Control attack, can they? Bogle. So this is 7. And they obviously have 7 toughness. But this is first strike, so... So if we attack with both, they need to sacrifice a significant portion of their board, right? Yeah, we win the match. This was difficult. Probably the most difficult game yet. But 2-0 against Faeries. Good game. Okay, so I would like to play first against Falconeer. He's gonna get boggled. Good hand, not like the best, but good. Let's keep, especially when we are going first. Let's boggle it up. In your teen years, yeah. It's crazy how D&D is still, I don't know, very popular. It's like a 90s game, right? Like generally, but it's still so... It's so mainstream still. Oh no, it's Clockwork Percussionist. Yeah, the 4 hours of last game, yep. You got it. We could double Abundant Growth or Rumble. What's better? I think double growth is kinda good. Set up for next turn if you draw some crazy stuff. Forests. It's crazy stuff. What's Abundant Growth? I'm afraid of like end the festivity, so I want to get this off the 1 HP range. Armadillo Cloak is crazy. Hopefully this guy survives so that we can equip it with the cloak. Yeah, thank you, Lolly. No festivities. Ooh, what's gonna be... Oh, it's this deck. Right. Yup. It's gonna be 5 damage. It's the synthesizer with Hornberg, or how is it called? Sentinel's Eyes, pretty good. Let's run the cloak for sure. Next turn, probably Rumble plus Ice, right? 17. Clockwork. Their hand is insane. Bushwhacker, yep. Their hand is wild. So broken. But we can make it. I don't think it's lethal yet. 4. Nice, bro. Okay. Let's go Rumble. Mask is good. I don't think we live though. It's a problem. Maybe we live through a Boggle. We didn't live through Mask next turn, right? At all, actually. We can live through a Boggle though. It's 2 life. So we have 2 forests here. We live through the spawn and token, hopefully. They can't really attack. Well, that effectively anyway. Okay. Boggle. Hopefully this is enough. It's probably the best way of surviving. Synth. Not Bushwhacker. Okay, Mountain. That's good. For us. Reckless, sure. G-Blast. Ooh, okay. Need to be quick with this one. Mono Red Rally. Yup. This was very explosive. Very explosive. Do you attack even? You don't, right? Okay, well, if they have a bolt, we need to just block the biggest things. She blasts the face. That's not lethal. We're fine. Lanes, let's rumble first. We need an enchantment. Cloak, rancor, growth, armor is insane. That's good game, probably. Okay, first game against Mono Red Rally. Whew. Bearer. Okay, Mask of Flowing Grace, important. But Cartouche is as well, so let's go like this. Let's cut probably one rumble. I don't like the rankers, I don't think they're that important. Let's put some masks in. Some more rankers. Or I think I wanna maybe, well, never mind. Should we try the mutagenic growth? I will try like one. Let's go. How have you decided to start streaming MTGO? Well, I've got myself building a lot of pauper decks and just brewing them in the evenings, for example, having a lot of ideas. And there was really no way to test them, right? Hold up. I think we are in the game, maybe? No, we aren't. Okay. And so I've decided that if I want a platform to try those decks and share them with people, which is what I always wanted to do, then I guess streaming and YouTube is probably the only way to do it, right? So by process of elimination, I was like, okay, that's what I do now. And it was a big like switch because I did the D&D thing before I was talking about. And it was like, you know, that thing kind of was working, but it wasn't as like fulfilling. So this is what I wanted to do. So I kind of dropped that, or, you know, didn't put that much effort into it anymore. And I went with this instead, which is an awesome decision, I think. Like, this is so fun. Starting with the community and the fun and the players on MTGO, like everything so good, right? Yo, are they there, by the way? I don't think they are. Okay, here they are. This end is pretty incredible, actually. So I think this end is very unique in that we don't want to go first. I mean, sorry, we don't want to play anything turn 1 because of end the festivities. This is a keep. We want to play the growth and turn 2 Glade Cover plus Lifelink so that, or sorry, Glade Cover plus Armor, so that we dodge end the festivities all together. They have the insane start of Goblin Guide with no drawback, sure. But I think we can beat them. Another forest, okay. Let's go for Abundant Growth. Sprawl is awesome. Really awesome, actually. Do you have the Burning Star, Burning Tree? Oh, you have it again? Really? You literally have it again, wow, okay. Yeah, or on YouTube, you know, could be awesome. So this is kind of unlucky, but I think it's fine. So we definitely do Utopia Sprawl on white. Let's stop for green. And we have this one, so we go Ethereal Armor. So the attacking hurts at least a little bit, and that's about it. We can tap for double white now, which we will use with Vigilance and Lifelink if we survive, right? Yeah, thanks, exactly. Because like, it's kind of important. Deck is cool, but it's only cool if you can have fun with it. And I kind of feel like you can have fun with it only if it at least somewhat works, right? 30 ticks is like $30, I believe, or something. Yo, this is so explosive. Like, it's kind of wild. But I think we have them. Oh yeah, I think they're cooked. I think they're completely cooked. I like it. Perfect draws from us, not gonna lie. But perfect draws from them as well, let's be real. Oh, another growth. Okay. So we add white and white and white. And we go for Cartouche. And Sentinel's Eyes. And Lifelink. And we win the game. So that's 2-0 against Mono Red Rally. We both had like insane starts, right? But our insane start is better than theirs in this matchup, so we got it. GG. Alright guys, so I'm back with the conclusion, and it just boggles. The deck was kind of amazing. It can stomp people like out of nowhere. It's very, very strong. Of course, it can be a little bit inconsistent, so if I were to make some changes to Bogles, I would make sure the mana base is a little bit more consistent. I know it works mathematically with all the fixing, with the sprawl, the abundant growths and all the forests and the ash barrens. So most games were completely fine, but some games we needed to mulligan even to 4, which was like really, really bad. And the sideboard, I mean, I don't know, The mask was pretty cool. Young Wolf can be pretty great as well. Standard Bearer, we didn't get to use that at all. The Envelope, although useful in some matchups, we didn't get to cast that. It's a little bit inconsistent as far as a color number 3 goes, so I would maybe say that's not the best solution. Same with Flaring Pain, it's very situational, we didn't get to use that. The Growth was cool in some games, and the Growth I sideboarded in against Mono Red but didn't get to use it, so I think I will make some changes to the sideboard, maybe to some auras that are actually useful in more matchups, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's honestly about it. I love Bogles, and most of my chat here on Twitch loves Bogles as well, and I do understand why. It's one of the more fun decks you can be playing, and it's actually pretty strong as well. So let me know what changes would you make to the sideboard, and I will see you soon. Bye.